Oh yeah, okay.
Good.
Which one?
Well, I was stuck on 19 and 21, but can we do
Okay,
19 first?
sure. What's the question?
Let
Oh, these
me.
are word problems, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
So
so maybe I won't write the whole thing out.
yeah.
You can just read it to me.
Okay. Well, so 19 says if only 8% of the carbon 14 in a remnant, I can't read that, of cloth decayed, how old is the cloth? And then it says C problem 18. Um,
Okay, yeah.
and then problem 18 says scientists often can tell the age of something by measuring the amount of carbon 14 it contains. The half life of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. Harold finds a whalebone while snorkeling.
5,000, what was it? 5,000 what?
5,730.
Okay.
And then the bone contains, if the bone contains 78% of the carbon 14 it had 100 years after the whale died, how long ago did the whale die?
100, what does it say? 100 years?
Yeah, so if the bone contains 78% of the carbon, whatever it had 100 years after the whale died.
Okay, okay. 78%, 100 years after. Okay, this sounds like there's two things going on though. That's kind of strange. Because, oh, what was that? Can you read the 18 one more time?
Yeah. Scientists often can tell the age of something by measuring the amount of carbon 14 it contains. The half life of carbon 14 is 5,730 years. Harold finds a whalebone while snorkeling in Kahana Bay. If the bone contains 78% of the carbon 14 it had 100 years after the whale died, how long ago did the whale die?
So I think number 19 uses information from number 18.
Right,
So it's
right.
like a question, but still.
Yeah, it's basically you're doing 18 with a different percentage, right?
Yeah.
I'm just confused about this wording here because it says half-life is 5,730 years, but then 78% after 100 years. It says 100 years after?
Uh, yeah, it says the bone contains 78% of the carbon 14 it had 100 years after the whale died.
Hmm. And then it asks for what the age of the whale is.
Yeah, so 18 asked how long ago did the whale die, and then 19 asked if only 8% of the carbon 14 in something cloth has decayed, how old is the cloth?
Oh, 8% decayed
Uh,
or remains. What was it? Which one?
yeah, decayed.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay, decayed. No problem. Okay, I'm actually not sure why they are telling us the 78% after 100 years part because the half-life of 5,730, that should be all we actually need.
Okay.
Let's see, let's write it out. So the equation is A is equal to A naught e to the kt, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we think of half-life as being, so if we think of the t as being the amount of time for half-life, then we can think of it like this, like A is equal to 1/2 of what you started with, right? A naught is one whole, right? And then t is your time, like this. You could do a similar calculation for like 78%, so 0.78 and 1, or 78 and 100. And then you give a different K though. So that's why I'm a little confused about the wording actually, because it says the half-life is this number. So I don't really know why I would need both of those. And it would give me a different rate. So let's just see how it compares. We'll do it with this one and see if it matches up. And if not, then we'll try out with the other version.
Okay.
Okay, so to solve this question, I'm just gonna plug in all the values, right? This is 1/2 is equal to 1 e to the k, which is the thing I don't know, and then times 5,730. Okay, so to solve this thing, this is just a 1, so I can ignore it, right? I'm just gonna take a natural log on both sides. I have natural log over 1/2 is equal to, this guy undoes that, so 5,730k. So k is equal to natural log over 1/2, just a different color. Over 5,730. Okay, so then I have my k. Let's just make a note of that at the top. So k is equal to ln of 1/2 over 1,730. Now I'm gonna just erase this and let's redo with the parts that we know. So this time when we do the problem, I know that okay, A is my ending value. If 8% decayed, that means 92% remains, right? And then your A naught is the starting value, so that will be 100% of what you started with. So we'll just use 92 and 100, and then we'll just figure out my K. So this is the K here. The thing I don't know is the T, right? This is what I'm trying to figure out. And then that should be the answer. So let's see, 92 is equal to 100 e to the, and this whole thing ln of 1/2 over 5,730 times t. Then divide both sides by 100, so I got 92 over 100, or 0.92, and then is equal to e to that whole thing, ln of 1/2 over 5,730 times t. And then just like before, I'll ln both sides. And so I'm going to get ln of 0.92 is equal to ln of 1/2 divided by 5,730 times t. So final step is just to divide by this on both sides, and then that will be your t. So t is equal to ln of 0.92 divided by ln of 1/2 over 5,730. And then we just got to plug that into the calculator. So let's see. All right, so ln of 0.92 divided by, in parentheses, ln of 1/2 divided by 5,730. And I get t is roughly 689 years. Does that match what it says?
I think it does, yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually still a little confused about why they said 78% after 100 years.
That's just what 18 said. So maybe they used that. That's what you needed to like solve for number 18. But
yeah, I see.
But then it's kind of confusing because it's like, how do you know what to use from that problem?
Yeah, right.
But yeah.
Or even the wording of 18 is just throwing me off because they tell you half-life that should be all you need to find k. I don't know, whatever. But this is how you would do it though.
Okay.
Okay, and then 21 you said?
Yeah.